Raise your hand if you have memories from childhood. And raise your hand if you've got memories from childhood that make you feel really, really happy. And say aye. Or perhaps you have memories from childhood that you'd rather forget, that you've buried deep down inside. Have you ever been in a situation where you are feeling isolated, feeling like you're the only one, feeling really alone, and then you realise one day someone else has had the same experience? Has that happened to you? Because I have many memories of childhood, but the ones that stick out are the ones that I feel most alone. The ones where I felt really, really alone. Because you see, I remember having lots of things in childhood. I remember getting sweets, and loads of other kids did too. I remember getting toys, and loads of other kids did too. I remember getting a new dress and feeling really funky and smart, and loads of other kids did too. And then I remember getting a new dress and feeling really frumpy and stupid, and I hated the colour and the style, but loads of other kids did too. I also remember being shouted at, and loads of other kids did too. I remember being told I was stupid and I was wrong, and loads of other kids did too. And then I remember having black eyes. I didn't know many kids that did that, in fact. I didn't know any. And I remember having a thick lip. And other kids didn't have that. And I remember other kids coming to our house to play and being so scared of the anger and the violence in our house that they ran away crying and went home. I never felt that in their house. They never felt that in their house. The anger and the violence that was inherent in the walls of the home where I grew up were terrifying. Terrifying. The terrified me is so small and so hidden deep inside, and she's lonely. Because other kids didn't have that terror that they couldn't express. And so I grew as a strong, confident person on the outside. I grew to be somebody that was a natural guide because of my strength and my confidence that appeared on the outside, was apparent to those around me on the outside. And that strong, confident person became better and better at hiding this terrified, terrorised little one who lives deep, deep in my heart. She's terrified. This year's been a big year for me because my body expressed this terror in symptoms. So rather than be big and confident and strong, my body began to develop symptoms that stopped confidence. I developed an inflammatory disease that has pushed my eye so far forward. I can see double. So I have two pictures, one of you which is clearly in front of me, and one of you which is quite ghostly and lives here. And as I walk down the street, I become invisible as this you passes straight through me without hindrance, without obstacle. As I walk down the road and the traffic approaches from this side, buses drive as if through me without obstacle. Confidence doesn't exist in a world that passes directly through me without obstacle, without resistance, passes straight through me without any control from me, regardless of how confidently, how strongly I stand. This world can just pass through me. So this year, I began to understand what this little terrorised Marion on the inside, what does she need? And in this year, we found two things. We found two things together that she needs. Firstly, she needs to know that what other people think, those that pass straight through, without obstacle, without hindrance, we don't care what they think. We don't care about their opinions. We can't. They pass through us anyway. We live regardless of their opinions. What other people think is none of my business. So in that discovery, what's become apparent to me is my feelings are important to me. My feelings are everything to me. How I feel is everything to me. How much I love myself is everything to me. What other people think of me is none of my business. Because, and this brings me to my second point. My second point is from Dita Von Teese. I'm sure the origin lies somewhere else, or maybe not. But I'm going to herald this as belonging to Dita Von Teese because that's where I saw it. And it fits. It feels like it's something she would say. Definitely fits with who she is. And Dita says, you can be the juiciest, the ripest, the sweetest peach. And there'll always be someone who doesn't like peaches. So, who do you pay attention to when it's none of your business? Whose opinions, whose thoughts, whose ideas of you do you pay attention to? Because it's none of your business, unless they're yours. Only you feeling about you is your business. What other people think of me is none of my business. Whose business are you making it? Who's renting space out in your head with your permission, through your choices? Who? Who are you giving permission? Who are you allowing into your head to rent space in your thoughts? It's none of your business. Be the peach that you are, the juiciest, ripest, sweetest peach that you can be. Because some people love peaches and other people don't. And the reason that resonated with me so badly, so strongly, was I never liked peaches because of their soft skin. Somehow it felt wrong to have that in my mouth. Next to my skin it was fine. I could hold a peach here and it felt really lovely. But when I put it in my mouth, it didn't feel right. So when I saw this quote from Dita Von Teese, I knew exactly what she meant. So now I choose sweet, juicy, ripe peaches and I eat them. And I take the skin off first. And I love them. But I leave their skin behind. That's my choice. They give me the skin. They invite me to their whole flesh, their whole skin, and their stone. I take what I like. And you know what? They don't care, because it's none of their business. Be a peach. Take care of your own business, being a peach.